I've spent a few months with the Kia Carens Clavis EV and I'm ready to tell you all about this 3-row MPV. What works, what doesn't, what can be better in this electric car? Should you be investing your hard-earned money on this one, or are there better options in the market? So stay tuned till the end as we tell you all the pros and cons about the Kia Carens Clavis EV. You're watching Car and Bike. My name is Shams, and if you still haven't subscribed to our channel, please do it right now as we get you all the latest from the world of Indian auto right here. So I'm going to tell you about the experience in all the 3 rows of the Clavis EV. And let's begin with the positives. We'll come to the negatives later. And when you're sitting on the first row, the focus of course will be on drivability. What is the kind of response you get from this setup? The experience of driving an EV per se if you haven't done it till now. Now it's always advisable to go in for the bigger battery pack version of any EV. It's not just about range, it is also about performance. This 51.4 kilowatt hour pack gives you a power of around 170 bhp and around 250 Nm of peak torque. Now it may not sound like a huge number, especially when you're talking about torque, but remember this is an EV and it is there with you all the time. So that entire torque amount is available to make your drive more sporty. So as a driver, I've liked the response I get from this electric motor. I'm looking for those quick maneuvers in traffic, fast overtaking. Well, this EV will do it for you. It's not out there to win some drag races, but does 0 to 100 in a very respectable time of 8.5 seconds. What I also like about the Clavis EV is a whole lot of modes that are on offer to give you a different drive feel as and when you need them. So of course you have driving modes, you have Eco, Sport, and the button is very conveniently placed on the steering wheel, which adds in ergonomics. And then you also have different regen modes along with the single pedal drive. So as I said, choose your character, choose the kind of response you want, choose the kind of range you want out of the setup, and the car will play along. I've been mostly driving in the city during my commutes on Regen Level 2 and I'm quite happy with the response I get here. And the good thing is that you have the switches like paddle shifts behind the steering wheel to change the regen modes. Now what can be better on the Clavis EV clearly is the range you get on this vehicle. We've been driving this for the last 2 months and this is peak summers here in Delhi, so which means higher temperatures, which definitely has an effect on the actual real world range of this MPV. Now what our experience during my use with this vehicle is that you will still get around 350 kilometers on a single charge, and this is while being mostly driven in the city and not really on the highways. It could go down when you're out on the open roads where the braking is not used enough. 350 is something that a lot of people will be okay with, but as EVs are getting better with longer range, we would expect the Clavis EV also to come with maybe a bigger battery pack that ensures an even longer range so that you have to worry less about charging at more frequent intervals. So just to give you an idea, the last almost 4,000 kilometers, the efficiency we've got from the Clavis EV is around 6.8 kilometer per kilowatt hour. So problem is not so much with the efficiency, it is with the size of the battery. Now, as you'd expect with a lot of these cars from the Hyundai Kia group, even the Clavis EV comes loaded with features. So all the features you see in the ICE version of this MPV, you also get them in the EV. And if you use them on an everyday basis, they just make your life a little bit easier while you're on the road. So things like ventilated seats here on the first row or a wireless charger, I just keep the device there all the time. The Bose sound system is quite nice as well, and it's proven itself in various cars from Kia. So feature rich definitely if you choose this top HTX version of the Clavis EV. Many ADAS functions as well now, things like a blind spot monitor. Lovely feature to have in the city traffic, looking to change lanes, looking to exit the main road, just switch on your indicator and you get the video feed on your instrument cluster. Really helpful in our chaotic urban situations. Now one more thing that gets a thumbs up from me on the Clavis EV is the second row experience. Now this car is indeed practical, you get a lot of space. Look at the kind of space I get here. The seats can recline as well as slide to aid in more practicality. Features like a tray where you can place your device. You also get vehicle to load here, which means you can charge your devices at a faster rate using this 250 volt socket given on the second row. C-type charging ports, your own AC fan controls. And the good thing is that the AC vents are placed on the roof, which is a more practical place to put them in. You also have a sunline, but be careful when you want to use them. But otherwise, I quite like the comfort I get on the seats. There's an armrest as well, and now Kia is also offering a 6-seater version of the Clavis EV, which wasn't the case earlier. So overall, it's a very positive experience here on the second row. Just like any other electric vehicle, the ride is a bit bumpy. It's a bit on the stiffer side. So that is something you have to get used to. You won't feel it as much when the roads are smooth. The tarmac is nice, but when the going gets tough, some potholes, some bumps, some speed breakers, that is when you will feel that yes, you are sitting in an EV. Now, talking about a family car, the last row becomes extremely crucial. So can a 6-footer like me spend good time here? Well, only if I slide the second row seats all the way forward, only then I will get some decent space here to sit, especially talking about my knee room. Otherwise, in terms of features, this place is quite nice. You have your cup holders, you have your AC vents which are roof mounted, which is good as well. Adjustable headrest too. And you also have your own charging points on both the sides. So for me, the third row on the Clavis EV is more positive and less negative. And finally, the prices, and here I am not convinced. The Clavis EV starts at 18 lakh rupees ex-showroom, but that's for the smaller 42 kilowatt hour battery pack, which means even lesser range. If you go in for this higher battery pack version, which is 51.4 kilowatt hour, the price starts at 22 lakh rupees ex-showroom. Now at the same price, you could actually get the base model of the XEV 9S with the bigger 79 kilowatt hour battery pack, which would mean a bigger car and longer range as well. So prices is something that maybe Kia can look at if it wants to sell this car in bigger numbers. But what they've done now recently is the fact that they've also introduced BaaS with the Clavis EV to make the upfront cost much lesser than what it is on paper. So pay for the battery separately and pay for the chassis separately and bring the car home at a much lesser upfront cost. The Clavis EV fits the bill nicely when it comes to being a proper family urban car. Take it to your office, take it to the mall, take it for a weekend getaway, and the car will play along nicely. It is big enough inside to give you a lot of space. It is compact from the outside to help you squeeze through traffic or find that perfect parking spot. Yes, it does feel overpriced when compared to some of its rivals, and it can definitely do with a slightly bigger battery pack as well. But eventually, if you're looking to step into the world of EVs, you really can't go wrong with this particular car. What do you think of the Kia Carens Clavis EV? Could this be your first electric car? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching.